What do you think you'll have come February 9th? Where do you think we'll be?
Well, we'll have a much clearer look at what the new statute that the United States Senate is planning to pass to try to reinsert into the 2023 bill additional provisions that are going to accelerate the public revelation of this information. We'll have a much better idea there as to what has been settled upon by the Senate Intelligence Committee and the Senate leadership, both Republican and Democrat, as to what it is that they're willing to back up and put in front of the House and attempt to leverage that passage to get it past, Michael Turner, who chairs the House Intelligence Committee, and to get it past, Michael Rogers, who chairs the House Armed Services Committee. They're going to be mustering their power and their alliances in both political parties to get that new law passed. So we'll see how far they're willing to go. My information is that they're not willing really to give up any substance of what it is they asked for the first time. It's just that they're going to make it much clearer. For example, they're willing to say, look, if we're going to take the craft back out of your hand as a private aerospace industry, we're going to pay you a reasonable amount of money for what you have already undertaken and you've expended on that. We're not going to give you the title. We're not going to let you keep the title to the UFO craft, but we're going to give you a reasonable payment for that. It isn't as though their lawyers didn't realize that was part of eminent domain, because in the Constitution of the United States, in the Fifth Amendment of the United States, it says specifically that the United States government has the power of eminent domain, and they can take property as long as they pay a reasonable and just price for the property. Okay, so that's always been part of eminent domain. But they want to get that on the face of the statute so that the citizens will understand that this is not just commandeering somebody's property. It's basically a forced sale of the property. And in this particular case, it's a sale back to the United States of property that they originally laid title to. Because there is such a unified consensus on the Senate side, there's only 2 senators in the entire 100 senators that we understand are opposing the 64-page bill. One of them is Mitch McConnell, and that there's another fellow by the name of Roger Wick, who is one of the senators from the state of Alabama, who has a lot of military people in his district. In that those are the only 2 senators out of the 100 senators that are not supportive of the 64-page bill. Okay, so that they're perfectly ready and prepared to hold hearings. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to bring along the House of Representatives. They want to get the House side, because as people may know, in order to get a bill passed into law, you have to have both of the houses of Congress approve it. And so what they're trying to do is they're trying to establish a partnership, a working partnership between the the Senate Intelligence Committee on the one hand and the House Oversight Committee on the other hand. So what they've been doing is the Senate has been basically ushering witnesses that it has, 40 deep inside whistleblowers that know all about what's going on, basically in the UFO programs that are going on. And they're ushering them across the street over to the House, giving the House Oversight Committee the kind of goodwill of bringing this forward. And that way it's starting to build more and more support in the House of Representatives against the 2 guys over there, the 3 guys over there that are trying to stop the bill. So that's what's happening. That if in fact, for any reason, the head of the Intelligence Committee over on the House side, or the head of the Armed Services Committee, is able to somehow slow down or stop the hearings over there, then it'll shift back over to the Senate side. and then the Senate can say, okay, look, we're giving you a chance to hold the hearings on this if you want to, but if you're not going to do it with adequate alacrity, we're perfectly capable of doing that. Now, so we're in regular discussions with the people inside the Senate staff, and they're willing to do this. But what they're doing right now is drafting up this additional bill. They're focusing a lot of their attention on this bill, and that they're getting the full consensus of everybody in the Senate, except for these two guys, except for McConnell and this fellow Wicker from Alabama. And they're going to try to get like 98 votes for this statute. And then they're going to that's what the Senate is going to be doing. They're trying to push through this statute. And they're, at the present time, allowing the House Oversight Committee to actually conduct the hearings that are going on. It's a partnership that's really going on right now.